Hi everyone, welcome to Alyson Attempts. Today I am attempting to fix a pillowcase. So I know what you're thinking, that's probably not that hard, why are you doing that? That's not really a big deal. Well, let me show you this pillowcase that I'm trying to fix. Yeah. I don't know if you can really call it a pillowcase at this point. That's what it was in its glory days. And as you can see, its glory days are long past. So why am I trying to fix it? Good question. So this is my boyfriend's pillowcase, and I don't know what it is about this, but like he can't sleep with anything else, or he won't sleep with anything else. It goes on vacation with him. He's been asking me for a while to fix it, and I've honestly been stumped on how to do that. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to try to fix it. I'm going to give it my best effort. Because, like, if you look, you can't... If you sew these rips together, first of all, this fabric is really, really thin in a lot of places, so it would just tear again. But then if you try to, like, close these rips, it won't fit a pillow anymore. Like, it's just so far gone. But, so the best idea that I've come up with is to get another pillowcase, like a real pillowcase, put it inside of this one, and then basically sew them together. So I tried to get just like the cheapest pillowcase I could find. Turns out pillowcases are not that cheap. Fun fact. Because this pillowcase means so much to my boyfriend, I'm not even kidding. I literally texted him earlier today and I was like, I need you to approve, sign, acknowledge this. Basically saying that I have his permission to try to fix this pillowcase to the best of my ability, but he is not holding me liable for anything that goes wrong. So he signed it. We're going to see what happens. Honestly, I don't know. Alright, so I'm noticing on the iron, it has different numbers here that tell you like what kind of fabric to use. And the fabric of this pillowcase is microfiber. I guess, is that a fabric? Soft? Oh no, material is, it's 100% polyester. Oh, setting 3. I had it right. I put it on setting 3 because on this iron they have like water and not water, and I didn't have water, and I was kind of too lazy to go get some, so I was like, I'll put it on number 3, and it should work, and I was right. It's not working very well though. This is like a really wrinkly pillowcase. So I'm trying my hardest to save this pillowcase. I'm not expecting a lot, I'll be honest. I don't think it's going to work. Personally, I think it'd probably be easier to try to track down this fabric, make him another one, which I didn't think of until just now. So we're going to call that plan B, when plan A doesn't work. I'm trying not to get annoyed at how long it's taking to iron this, but I am. These wrinkles do not want to come out. I would like to move on. Also, now that I've laid this pillowcase out, I see that it's quite a bit bigger than his pillowcase. Like, quite a bit bigger. I guess I can cut down the new pillowcase somehow. Let me say, I am not a master sewer at all. I've dabbled a bit, you know, like I would go to my grandma's house growing up. She had a sewing machine. She would always let me play around with it. This is actually one of her sewing machines she gave me. So she has faith in me. I don't know if that's rightfully so or not. This is definitely taking a lot of patience. I'm not the most patient person in the world. I mean, it's alright. It's still those deep wrinkles in there that are annoying and I want to get out, but I don't know how. I mean, I guess you just keep ironing. That's how. So, I literally just realized that my camera stopped recording. So basically what I had done, I finished ironing, and then I spent a while trying to figure out how these pillowcases line up together. The gray one is wider, like I said, but for whatever reason you can't really tell. And the length I'm not really worried about right now. I stuck the gray one inside I tried to line the edges up as best I could, and I sewed my first line, which came out very straight, and I was very excited because that's something I normally have an issue with. I guess if you look at it closely, it's not that straight, but let's not look at it closely. I was going back over to check my work, and I noticed in the very first corner that I started in, the gray pillowcase didn't get sewn into it. I thought I had them lined up, but I don't. I think it goes for about that far, so like good 4 or 5 inches. I'm not worried about it right now. I can come back to that if I need. There's bigger things going on. I'm going to do the third side next. This one might be a challenge because like we don't have, his pillowcase doesn't go all the way down. So I drop the foot. See, I know what it's called. I know all about sewing machines. I'm going to pull it tight. I know you can get like little pins or whatever. I don't have any. It's also extra work, so I lower my needle first. I don't know why, but that's in the instruction book to do. So here we go. Alright, we hit a snag. Of course this didn't happen for the other 2 edges, which you can't see. You'll just have to take my word on. I did those pretty well. Sometimes my bobbin gets tangled. I don't know why or how to not have it get tangled, but I'm just going to cut it loose. Cut all these loose strings, and then we'll try again. So I drop the foot. Lower. I tried to lower my needle, and my thread popped out. There we go. First try. Look at that. Alright. We've got this. Luckily, we have some time. He is out of the house right now. I was not going to attempt this with him in the house. It would just stress me out and stress him out. It's like walking in on surgery in the middle. It's not going to look pretty. It's better to wait until it's done and everything's all sewed up. Still might not look pretty, but it'll be better. Okay, so we got to the end. I'm trying to reverse it just to like do it with a couple back stitches to kind of tie it off. Something's like not working though, so I just did a couple by hand. We got off to a little bit of a rough start in the beginning. Ooh, look at that back. We're gonna have to fix that somehow. But for the most part, well, this is just a disaster. But anyway, I got all 3 sides sewn together, and that's a start. So, gonna work on fixing all this. I do not have the little thread rippers, which is what you may be thinking I should use. And you are correct. That is what I should use. I don't even know how this happens. Alright, so I got the extra thread taken care of, so I'm just going to go back really quick and redo this edge. Next step, figuring out these giant holes. So my thought was to just like lay the fabric as flat as I could and then sew an edge around all those holes. Yeah, I don't know how to do this part because I can't have it laid flat or else the whole pillowcase will get sewn together, which is not what we want. Like, it doesn't lay flat though when I separate it. Well, that's quite the pickle. It might have been better to like take this gray pillowcase, cut one of the seams, like one of the edges so it lays flat, and then do all of this as like one giant sheet and then sew the edges back together. I don't know if that's the right answer either, but either way, it's too late for that now. So I'm going to go with what I think I need to do. It's going to look a little Frankenstein-ed at the end, but it's okay because he likes Frankenstein. So hopefully he likes it for a pillowcase style as well. I'm going to try to just follow the tear and do a nice seam around all of those holes. Well, this is a problem too because this moves really easily. It's too fast. Okay, needle down, foot up, pivot, and drop the foot and go. Too fast. All right, let's see what we got. All right. All right, that's what we have. That's what I'm going for the rest of this pillowcase. Yeah, that doesn't look bad, considering. Okay. Next, the big one. New fun problem, the foot came off. I tried to put it back on. It looks pretty simple to do. I couldn't, but I have my instruction book. So, oh, I think it's changing screw on presser feet. There's no screw, but it's the foot. Yeah, that's not helpful. That's what I had been trying to do on my own. It looks deceptively easy. Alright, I got the foot back on. I was on the wrong page in the instruction manual, and I was trying to do the totally wrong thing. Oh good, I got it caught again. And again. Something happened with my bottom thread, the bobbin. I don't know what. At least this time, you won't really be able to see this because it's on the inside. I probably will go back and fix it just because that's unnecessary and ugly. There's a problem. I just got done sewing the other top side. I don't know what went wrong. This side, nice and straight. You see, it's all there. This side, I mean, I could just go with it and kind of pull this down. It would cover a little more of this giant gap. But I think it looks really bad up here. I don't know how this happens. So I guess I'm going to get my scissors and take it out. I don't even know if I can take that out. Okay. I'm just going to keep going on the good side. I think. I don't know. I don't know anymore. This is hard. And I'm done. I'm over it. Call it good. I'll tell them I tried. It's also hard because, like, how should this lay? You know? Like, what is this? Alright, so ran into a little bit of a hiccup. I don't know what happened. I was about an inch away from finishing one section. I was just kind of sealing it off. All of a sudden, everything stopped working. The foot pedal had come off again, but this time, new problem, the needle had come off as well. That's literally never happened to me before. So the needle had come off, like, from this part, had gone through the fabric, gotten stuck in the bottom area somehow. It was, like, jammed in where the bobbin goes. So it took me, like, 5 minutes to, like, undo or get the needle out of there. The needle is still very much tied in. So the needle is stuck through the bottom. You can see there's a bunch of, like, string wrapped around it. So I tried for like 15 minutes to get it out of there, which I wasn't able to do. I was using my scissors. They weren't able to, I couldn't cut away at it. It was still stuck. So I gave in. I went to Michael's to get some seam rippers. So I have my seam rippers. I also, fortunately, because I was going to get these anyway, I was going to give in. I got some needles. I'm going to try to figure out how to put the needle back in. So we're going to go to the instructions. Okay, loosen the needle clamp screw and remove the needle. Well, that's already out. Okay, so I'm gonna take this part off because that just looks terrible and we can do better. Maybe only a little bit better, but we can do better. Well, this is gonna take forever, isn't it? Alright, so I gave in and I got some pins to use. It's taking a little longer, but it'll save me time if that means I can stop ripping out stitches. So I think we're back on track, ready to get sewing again. Alright, so I got all my seams ripped out that I needed. I added some pins. I reattached the needle. I reattached the foot. I think we are ready to keep going. Fingers crossed. Well, surprise, surprise, it has not been smooth sailing. First of all, I realized I had sewn two of the sides together, so I had to undo that, redo it, and now I'm trying to pin this side in place so I can sew it, and it's like trying to put pieces of a puzzle together that don't go together. I'm stumped. That's good, my pins came out by themselves. Bobbins are seriously going to be the death of me. This is stuck. I don't know why. I can't even get enough room in it to cut it loose. It's like, the pillowcase is like pulled under into the sewing machine. The foot has come off again. There are like 5 strings under here. I don't know where 5 came from. It's supposed to be 1. Okay, so the bobbin is all tangled up. There's thread everywhere in here. Pillowcase is still stuck. I'm just going to start cutting. Alright, so all of this was stuck underneath. There's still more in here. I am done. Or I think I'm done. Like, I'm just done. Like, I'm so done. I'm so over this. This has been, like, one of the worst projects I've done. It's a disaster. I mean, just look at it. It's just ridiculous. We started out strong. I started out feeling okay, doing, like, the edges. I was feeling okay. It went downhill quickly, and it didn't go back up again. The little foot pedal here fell off more times than I can count. Even the needle fell off like 5 times, which has never happened to me before. When my bobbin ran out, that's when I really think things took a turn for the worse, because that just created all kinds of problems that I was never able to figure out or recover from. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Like, what is this? I don't know. I also found out when I was trying to fix the bobbin that I was using upholstery thread, not regular thread. So then I was like, okay, that's easy. I switched to regular thread. Didn't fix anything. Didn't help anything. I feel like it kind of made things worse. So I switched back to my upholstery thread, and I just powered through it. I forced my way through it. I have tied off and trimmed all the loose ends on the front, or the outside of the pillowcase. I'm not bothering for the inside because I don't even know how I would go about that. I really think I should probably rip all this out and do it again. I'm not going to do that. like I said, I'm done. It is what it is. I'm done. He can get a new pillowcase. This, I think, was a lot harder than it needed to be. It's not pretty at all, not attractive. This seemed like a pretty basic project to me, sewing-wise. It's not. It took me forever. On the bright side, it's been like a week since he's had the pillowcase to sleep with, and he's been doing fine. So maybe this is the perfect opportunity to move on, get a new pillowcase. But now, I'm going to attempt going online and finding this pillowcase, or this fabric, or a new pillowcase. I don't know how he's going to react to this at all. I mean, I guess we'll see. It's better than nothing, right? Anyway, I'm Alyson. Today I attempted to fix a pillowcase. It's hard to say if I succeeded or not. What are you going to attempt?